welcome everybody to this first socially distanced, pre-recorded version of the McLaughlin Show, America's favorite political talk show where you have the best political minds of our generation aligned from right to left, both literally and politically. As we all know, a very important election is coming up, and accordingly, we wanted to gather these minds to hear what they think about the real issues plaguing this nation. We're going to give our guests a few seconds to introduce ourselves, and then after that, we're going to get into some of the questions that you all submitted earlier on the online forum. Thank you, and we're glad to be back. Please, on my far right.
Hello, my name is Pumpkin Worms. I am a professional pumpkin carver. I do my best work around the time of October, and I don't believe in women.
Okay, and on my squishy right. Our squishy right is coming in digitally today for us. We're very excited to have him.
Hi there. My name is Gordon Schwarzenegger. No relation. However, I do also work in show business. My job is that I put those little FBI warnings before VHS tapes that say, "Don't record this, that's a crime." That's my job. I really believe that we should follow every single rule, no matter how small or menial.
You know, I figured they would just use the same recording every single time for the FBI, but I guess it's written individually each time. You learn something new every day. Once again, I am Andrew McLaughlin, your host, on my squishy left.
Hello.
Whoa.
My name is Magdalena Dubois. I'm just a normal girl. I am a basic bitch, you might say, and I am reclaiming that term for myself.
No, sorry, that's Magdalena, Lena, how many Lenas?
Absolutely not. Please, it is my pet peeve when people say my name wrong. It's Magdalena, Lena Dubois.
Okay. And on my far left.
Hey Andrew, the name's Clint Corpuscule. I'm a cinephile. I'm a huge fan of a number of franchises, both across television and of course film, which I love. And I'm just here to say, not everybody has to be a good guy, you know? Not everybody has to be a good guy.
There you have it. Well, as these guests are arranged politically, as we said, from right to left, we're now going to ask them the questions that you all submitted us. The first one is both election time, but it's also holiday time. And our fans want to know, the realest issue placing them is trick or treat.
I think that I'm qualified to take this answer first, as I am a professional pumpkin carver.
Yep.
Yeah, so my philosophy is like, why not both, right? It's like, you can have trick and you can have treat. And I think that they complement each other nicely. Yeah, for example, when I'm carving a pumpkin, I say, I think I'll do a little trick here, but I'll also do a little treat. And for example, men and I can't think of the. Never mind.
Okay, I don't quite know what to do that. Perhaps Magdalena, Lena.
Hey, yes, as a woman and as a basic bitch, I will say that I like treat, because all me and the normal girls, the basic bitches, we'll say treat yourself. So what I like to do to treat myself is I do a face mask and I watch a great British baking show. I eat a can of dead beetle and I sacrifice my firstborn to my ancestors.
I was following you for the first half, but did you say sacrifice?
I sacrifice my firstborn to my ancestors. And then sometimes I eat a little Greek yogurt as another treat. Treat yourself.
All right. Our other panelists.
Well, Andrew.
Yes, Francis.
I think sorry?
Yes, please.
I have to, when I hear this question, my mind goes to the cinematic masterpiece that is Trick or Treat. I don't know if you guys have seen it. This little guy who walks around with a pumpkin for his head and he walks around with the candy, and this whole time you're thinking, what's the point of this guy? He's got nothing to offer the rest of the characters. But all I want to say is that little guy, he didn't have to choose trick or treat. He didn't have to choose good or bad. Not everybody has to be a hero, Andrew. We got people who live in this gray area right in the middle. And I think we're too afraid of that idea in today's political climate, that there can't be anything in between these two poles we've created for ourselves. I think that trick or treat is a great example of that fact.
Intriguing. Middle right.
Yeah, I think my stance in this will be somewhat obvious. I think tricks typically include things like small pranks that seem harmless, such as taking a bag of dog poop and lighting it on fire on someone's porch. And that may seem like a harmless thing, but it's breaking a whole lot of rules. Actually, one, lighting things on fire, shouldn't do that. Two, it's not properly disposing of your dog's waste. And so that also, both of those things are very, very punishable offenses, worthy of fines and fees, if not actual jail time. And so I feel like both of those are pretty repugnant things to do. So I'm going to have to go with a treat here.
Treat. You went with treat. All right. Well, that seems very different from what you just said. So now we're getting to our next question. A little bit more political. Whom are you voting for? You laugh.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Sometimes, the things I have turning around in my head just come out of my mouth, and it's like, I didn't even mean to speak on this. No, someone else can go ahead.
Okay, I will say, and so I actually think it is really rude as people who they are voting for, because it is a little secret between me and myself. But I put my voting sticker on my shirt, and then I put it on my Instagram of Magdalena, Lena, underscore Lena, period, Lena, 4, Lena, 7, Lena, hedgehog emoji. I put it on my Instagram, and then I find a hair of the dog that I once had as a kid, and I put it in a magical potion to bring back a King Henry VIII.
Okay, so I just wanted to cut in after Magdalena, etc. interrupted. We love to narrativize the experiences that we have and think about them as adhering to the same Aristotelian structure we see in the cinema and television and other pieces of fiction we consume, right? Well, that's the real question is it a hero's journey? People make mistakes along the way. Nobody's perfect, okay? Joe Biden's not perfect. Donald Trump's not perfect. Joe Jorgensen's not perfect. But what I really want to say is nobody's got to be the good guy here, okay? And that's why I will be voting for Bernie Sanders.
Of course you are. Okay, and now I noticed you were doing some sort of incantation with your hands, Magdalena. I gotta say, the studio audience is quite concerned.
I think that as a normal girl and a basic bitch, I really don't support the policing of women's bodies, okay?
Fair enough, I suppose.
Alright, let me jump in here for a second. You might think because I am the far-right panelist today, I'll be voting for Donald Trump. And I must say that's incorrect. But my next option is obviously Joe Biden. But the fact that he does not have a running mate is just frankly so concerning to me, and I'm worried because he's an old man, and if he were to croak, there's no vice president. What are we gonna do? So now I'm in this conundrum, and I think that I'm gonna write in, I'm debating either between Peter, Pumpkin Eater, and the Great Pumpkin.
Now on our squishy right.
Yeah, this actually takes me to really a dark time and something that I want to name. When I was 17, I was scrolling through the internet, and I happened across a pornographic ad, and I accidentally clicked on it, which took me to a pornographic site, which was illegal because I was 17 and the age for watching pornography is 18. And so I self-reported myself. So I'm actually a convicted felon. So I can't vote. So in order to follow the rules, I will be not voting this year. However, I will be standing outside the polls, intimidating people, as is also the rules.
Actually, not at all the rules. Next question.
You're in Wisconsin.
Yes, thank you. Well, for our next question, we're actually going to go to our online off-site reporter who's going to be asking this question digitally, one of the fans at home. So I'm going to cut to him right now.
Hi, I'm Ernest from Fort Lauderdale, and I work for a nonprofit organization that predicts when the sun will rise in the morning. So I asked you candidates, how soon exactly is too soon?
And thank you very much for that question. Please, panelists.
I would have to say, it really depends on the statute of limitations. They change from county to county, from crime to crime. But really, there's no such thing as too soon.
I agree. I also think there's no such thing. I'm just a basic bitch, honestly. So I entered a t-shirt giveaway for Emily in Paris, and oh my gosh, I won! I won, you guys! I won the t-shirt for Emily in Paris, the TV show, and I won it. But it did not come soon enough for me to wear it when I was resurrecting myself from the dead, and it was so annoying.
Sorry, you just resurrecting yourself from the dead. It's like everything you said is halfway there, and I'm just not.
Yeah, you know what else is halfway there, Andrew, is Emily in Paris as a work of television.
Okay.
I mean, but no. I mean, the thing I want to say is this is a question that we often find ourselves asking surrounding these, these figures that we've canceled as a part of this woke culture in our world, right? How soon is too soon to cast Spacey in Baby Driver 2? Not everybody needs to be a hero, okay? Ansel Elgort isn't perfect. And, the thing I really want to say is, oh my God.
Magdalena Lane is not a basic bitch, she's a witch! I'm joking! Play us out, end the show!
Follow me on TikTok.